A shocking case of ragging has emerged from a medical college in Kerala where freshers were allegedly subjected to brutal torture. Hair-raising details reveal that juniors were forced to strip, had dumbbells tied to their private parts and were coerced into drinking while being filmed. The victims were then threatened with the release of these videos. Following an investigation, 5 senior nursing students have been arrested as outrage mounts over the horrific abuse. We also have some breaking inputs coming in, so legal action has been taken. 5 people have been arrested. There are more shocking details that are coming to fore now of the torture that the freshers had to go through, that they had to endure. Hands and legs were reportedly tied. Victims were stabbed and tortured. Freshers' friends forced to film them, and then the freshers were threatened that their videos are going to be released. Perhaps it's because of this fear that they kept quiet and continued to endure the torture. Let's go across to Arpita joining us on the broadcast with more details. Arpita, there are more and more details coming to fore of the kind of torture that these students had to go through. And because they were also threatened, that the videos are going to be released, perhaps that's the reason why it took them so much time to complain, to come up with the complaint?
Well, yes, it is a very shocking and very disturbing incident that has come to light from Kottayam in Kerala. And remember, the ragging was happening since November 2024 when the freshers had joined the college. It has been happening since last 3 months. The seniors were ragging them, they were torturing them, physical and mental torture. They stripped them, they hung dumbbells on their private parts, they stabbed them, multiple severe things they did to juniors. And the complaint came forward when one of the juniors, one of the freshers, one of the victims finally spoke to his parents about the incidents that was happening in the college. He spoke about all the torture that he had to go through in the college. He spoke to his parents, and his parents asked him to complain to a police and register a case. That is when they registered a case with the police, and now 5 people have been arrested. The police is investigating that how many more students are involved in this incident. But this is very sad and very disturbing incident that has come from Kerala. Now remember, this is not one such incident that has come out in Kerala.
All right.
Earlier last year...
Arpita, stay on with us. Let me in fact go across to Abha Singh. Abha Singh, we just spoke to you some time back. You said that, the management of the college also needs to be held accountable. There are some more shocking details coming to fore that makes one question, is this why parents spend so much money and send their kids to such institutes where they had to then endure torture? They were threatened, Abha Singh, they were threatened, and this went on for quite some time. Perhaps the fear of releasing the video was the reason that they kept quiet.
Exactly. In fact, Kerala is considered the most literate state of the country. And if in the most literate state such type of ragging is happening, that police is compelled to arrest 5 people, that means how much injury and harm, body harm has been caused to these young students, what mental torture has been committed to them. And I'm sure much more has happened. Only now one parent has had the courage to come and register an FIR. There must be many more waiting. So the license of this institute needs to be cancelled, because when parents put their children, they have faith, and with some commitment they leave their children under the guardianship of these faculty and the administration. A thorough inquiry needs to be done. Not only should the management be arrested for playing with the lives of these children, because mentally they would be really distorted, and also for not having adequate security on the campus, that such type of offences could happen.
All right, Abha Singh, thank you very much for speaking with us. We also have activist Brinda Adige joining us on the broadcast. Brinda Adige, these are some shocking details coming to fore of how the freshers at the Kerala Medical College were tortured. And, this also raises questions once again. When you have guidelines, so the Supreme Court has also, given out a very strong message against ragging. Why is it then that the institutes are not able to control such incidents? Yes, 5 people have been arrested.
Yeah. The institutes have, for formality's sake, some board put that ragging is not permitted, is not tolerated over here. But they are not serious about it. They still continue with this whole senior-junior stuff. And there is also regional, discrimination. People speaking different language, coming from different regions. And that the faculty and the management must be held responsible. We have never really registered a case, you see, ever on the management for not protecting the students who are under their guardianship. Parents send their children to the school, to that college, in the hope that the child is safe. But if they are not able to identify what are the wardens doing, what are the supervisors
Absolutely.
doing, they all have to be booked. Let's book the case and file the case as per law so that precedent is set. See, everybody's scared, saying, oh, how can I file case on the management? How can I file on the professor?
Right.
File because
But if it is happening in the college premise, like you rightly said, the management has to be held accountable and responsible. Thank you very much, Brinda Adige, for joining us. We have another activist, Yogita, joining us on the broadcast. Yogita, do you also agree with Abba Singh and Brinda Adige that the management also needs to be held accountable and responsible, apart from, of course, taking action against the seniors?
Without doubt, they are absolutely right, because it is happening inside a premises institution, and like RG card. So, I mean, you cannot make these people escape. A management is equally party to it. If they have not made the institution safer for women and, the female colleagues to be working in that safe environment, and definitely this is a very gruesome act and they can't get away without getting punished. However, at the same time, it raises a larger awareness that how we are not able to implement basic things, the safety for women. We talk about women not being safe outside or in isolated patches, or you can say dark spots. This is like, daylight, or you can
absolutely
say that
happening inside the college premise. Thank you very much, Yogita, for joining us on the broadcast. Let's in fact now take you through and break down the details of what the freshers had to go through, of the kind of ragging that took place. Here are some of the details, and these details are going to shock you. The freshers were forced to strip and drink. And not just that, videos were made while they were doing that. Dumbbells hung from private parts of the freshers. Hands and legs were tied. We're also given to understand that their friends from their own class, their own departments were asked to film their videos. Stabbed using compass. This is what the freshers had to go through. And all of this was done, of course, knowing fully well that this is going to hurt them, this is going to harm them. This is criminal. Lotion was rubbed on their injuries. The freshers kept quiet, perhaps because there was a fear that they were recording them all the while the abuse was recorded on mobile. They was also threatened. They were threatened that these videos of them drinking will be released. So these are the details of what the students had to go through. We have Arpita joining us once again. Arpita, chorus growing for the management and the administration of the college also to be held accountable and responsible. Yes, we know that the 5 seniors who were involved have been arrested.
Well, yes, rightly said by other social activists there that the management and the college authorities should be held accountable, because remember, when parents send their kids to college, they consider that their kids are safe within the college premises under the authorities there. Such gruesome incident has happened and nobody from the college was aware, nobody took any action, is very disturbing. And now the police has taken 5 people into custody, but that doesn't mean that the action is over here. You need to take stricter action against the authorities so that further such incidents can be avoided. Now in Kerala there have been multiple instances of ragging from different colleges. Remember last year in 2024 there was an incident that came from Wayanad Veterinary College when where a junior was ragged brutally, and that forced him to die by suicide. He was forced to die. So this is not one such incident. Now luckily one of the victims had the courage to speak up to the authorities, to police, to file a complaint, and that is how the incident has come to light now from Kottayam. But there is no end to such incidents, and we need to make sure that stricter actions are taken so that such incidents can be stopped from the grassroots level.
Absolutely, Arpita. Thank you for getting us the details. We'll keep coming back to you. We're moving on now.